Before your worst day, heaven may already be talking about you. Before the loss, before the diagnosis, before the betrayal, before the silence, there was a meeting, and your name was mentioned. There was a man in the land of Uz. His name was Job. Job chapter 1, chapter 37. Blameless, upright, a man who feared God and turned away from evil. He was the greatest man in the East, 7 sons, 3 daughters, thousands of sheep, thousands of camels, oxen, donkeys, servants beyond number. But his greatest treasure was not his wealth, it was his reverence. Every morning he rose before the sun. He offered sacrifices for his children. Perhaps they have sinned in their hearts. He covered them in prayer. He guarded what money could not buy. He slept in peace. He did not know. Heaven was watching. There was a day the sons of God stood before the Lord, and the accuser came with them. Where have you come from? From roaming through the earth. Then the words that shifted eternity. Have you considered my servant Job? Not Job, calling on God. God calling on Job, blameless, upright, faithful, silence in heaven. Then the accusation, does Job fear God for nothing? Take away what he has, touch his possessions. He will curse you to your face. Oppose everything he has is in your power, only do not touch him. And in that moment, a righteous man became a battlefield. The day began like every other. Children laughing, animals grazing, servants working. Then a messenger ran. The oxen are gone, the servants are dead. Another ran. Fire fell from the sky. The sheep are burned. Another. Raiders have taken the camels. Another. Your sons, your daughters. A great wind struck the house. It collapsed. They are gone. Silence. Dust in the air. Job stood. He tore his robe. He shaved his head. He fell to the ground. You expect rage. You wait for blame instead. Naked I came into this world. Naked I will leave it. The Lord gave. The Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. He did not curse, but heaven was not finished. Again there was a day. Again the accuser stood before the Lord. Skin for skin. Touch his body, touch his flesh. He will curse you. He is in your hands. Only spare his life. And pain entered him, sores from the sole of his feet to the crown of his head. He sat among ashes, scraping his wounds with broken pottery. His wife stood over him. Curse God and die. He looked at her through cracked lips. Shall we accept good from God and not trouble, his body broken, his children buried, his wealth erased? 3 friends came. They saw him from a distance. They did not recognize him. They wept. They tore their robes. They sat with him 7 days. No one spoke, because his grief was too heavy for words. 7 days of silence. 7 nights of question. Then Job opened his mouth. Let the day I was born disappear. Why did I not die at birth? He did not curse God. He cursed the day he existed. Pain without answers. Faith without comfort. One friend spoke. No one suffers without cause. Another. If your children died, perhaps they sinned. Another. God is punishing you less than you deserve. They came to comfort. They stayed to accuse. Job answered. Even if he kills me, I will trust him. Then in the dark he whispered. Oh, that I knew where I might find him. He believed. But he could not feel God. He searched. No answer. He called. No voice. He waited. No explanation. Heaven was silent. Or was it? A storm began to gather. Wind rising, clouds turning black, thunder rolling. Then the Lord answered out of the whirlwind, not with apology, not with explanation, with power. Where were you when I laid the foundations of the earth? Have you commanded the morning? Have you walked in the depths of the sea? Can you control the storm? Question after question, not to shame him, but to reveal perspective. The earth is wider than your pain. The ocean is deeper than your grief. The Creator is greater than your questions. Job trembled. I spoke of things I did not understand. I had heard of you before, now I see you. The silence was not absence. The suffering was not abandonment. The loss was not rejection. After this restoration came twice as much new sons, new daughters, long life. But here is the mystery. God never explained why. And Job never asked again. Moral lessons from Job's suffering is not always punishment. Sometimes the most righteous person in the room is the one under the greatest pressure. Job did not suffer because he was evil. He suffered because he was trusted. Faith is proven in silence. Anyone can worship when prayers are answered. Anyone can praise when the house is full. Real faith is revealed when heaven says nothing. Job trusted God when there was no explanation. Your worth is not measured by your possessions. In one day, Job lost wealth, status, security, and children. What remained? His integrity. When everything external was stripped away, his character remained untouched. Not every voice that sounds spiritual is wise. His friends quoted logic. They defended theology. They spoke confidently. They were wrong. Sometimes people speak about God without understanding God. Discernment matters. Pain can distort your emotions without destroying your faith. Job questioned his birth. He wept. He groaned. But he never let go of God. Struggle does not cancel belief. God's silence is not God's absence. Just because you do not hear him does not mean he is not present. He was watching. He was allowing. He was measuring. He was preparing. You are not always owed an explanation. God restored Job, but he never told him why. Peace does not come from answers. It comes from perspective. Restoration is real. Loss is not always the final chapter. Ashes are not the end of the story. Mourning eventually speaks. The deepest lesson of Job, the question in suffering, is not, why is this happening to me? The real question is not always, will I remain faithful when I don't understand? Because faith that survives the storm is stronger than the storm itself. Sometimes heaven speaks your name before earth tests your faith. Sometimes silence is trust. Sometimes suffering is evidence. Because the real question was never, will God stay faithful? The question was, will you? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, smash that subscribe button and join our community. And hey, drop a comment below letting me know where you're watching from, what you think or what you'd love to see next. Here we go, deep into the Bible and bring you an interesting story. They never taught you in Sunday school. Let's get the conversation going and make this channel even better together. See you in the next video.